Live on the interweb, on the Woodland Park Underground. Hey, thanks for joining me this morning. I want to give you a personal invite. That's something that's happening today. We've been talking about it. We know that a lot of you guys are planning to be there. I wanted to let you know what to expect tonight. And so, this is the first time that the high school civics class, we're talking about high school students that are doing this. So a couple of things I want to encourage you is encourage your young people to get involved. And one way that you can do that is to support what they're doing. And this not only supports what they're doing, it actually supports the city of Woodland Park. And it shows how much you care and how much you want to engage with our city. So tonight, the high school civics class is hosting a candidate forum, and they've invited all the candidates that are running for city council and running for mayor to join a forum that will not only be hosted, but it'll be run by the high school civics class. So I just want to confirm some details to you so you don't miss it. Tuesday, March 3rd, 2020, that's today at 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the Dixon Auditorium at Woodland Park High School, 151 Panther Way, Woodland Park, Colorado. We'll be getting there about 6:15. So if you want to show up early, shake some hands, say hello to folks, you can show up and meet some of the candidates beforehand. But the forum will start sharply, promptly, on time at 6:30. Now, what you can expect and how this thing will run. 2 sets of tables facing each other on the stage. One for the students, the other for the candidates, who will have the audience to their left. So it'll be kind of a face-to-face deal. Students will be asking 1 or 2 questions that they have written for either a particular candidate or a group as a whole. This makes me nervous because that means there's going to come some questions specifically to the underground. And what makes me nervous is where they talk about where they derive these questions from. It doesn't make me nervous in a bad way, a scared way, a fearful way. It makes me nervous because kids, adults, young adults, high schoolers are brilliant. They're brilliant. And we are liable to get some brilliant questions that stump candidates, that confuse, that put fluster in some candidates. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Or a group as a whole. Each candidate will be given a chance to answer, even if the question wasn't directed at him or her. Each response will be held to 2 minutes. So you have to give a 2-minute response to questions. This, my friends, can be difficult. This can be one of those things where people ramble, don't say really anything. They try to squeeze in their agendas. They try to go outside the scope of the question. And the 2 minutes will really hold them to trying to stay within the scope of the question. So it can be hard, but it can also be very brilliant on the side of we can focus those answers to the particular questions. Preparation from the students leading up to tomorrow's session or today's session. We just got this email yesterday. Students working together to formulate questions. So they've been working together to formulate questions. All questions were taken from material on the city's website, including its budget and values, candidate bios from the same website, as well as material from social media and the local news. Now that can be fun because now you're taking a media source. It doesn't always have to be truthful. You're taking social media. That doesn't always have to be truthful. And so there may be some questions asked that aren't based on factual statements or factual things. But nonetheless, social media is going to play a game in all elections moving forward. And so this is the one that it doesn't scare me. It excites me to see what the young people have come up with to ask questions, because if there is one candidate that is prominent on social media, that would be me. Now, all these candidates try to play social media. They all try to join social media at the last minute when they start running for candidacy. But this is our field. This is where we play in every day. And so they have a lot of material to draw from when it comes to questions to the underground, when it comes to social media. So those will be real interesting questions. The assumption made was that any question asked was derived from these public sources and would be familiar to all candidates. That'll be interesting. Students and faculty had neither the time nor inclination to research more deeply for gotcha questions. I don't know what a gotcha question is, but I'm down for some gotcha questions. You can ask me anything. You can ask me absolutely anything. And I don't know if you'll get me, but you can damn sure try a gotcha question on me. So hopefully there is some gotcha questions. Teachers' directives to the students. Dang, my dogs kick my cameras. Teachers' directions to the students are not to ask questions related to federal and state policy unless such policies directly affect student affairs. So that it's going to keep it more, municipal city questions, which I think is relatively awesome. But sometimes you can get a feel for a candidate when you hear their answers on national level questions and national level debate questions, especially when it comes to an election year like it is. They are not to ask questions of a private or overly personal nature, and they are not to market in fictions. So that'll be fun. They're going to try to keep these things factual. To their credit, the students were all very diligent in their research and are taking this task very seriously and are quite nervous about the whole thing. Now, students, this is a message from you, or a message to you from me. Embrace the butterflies is what I like to tell people. If you're nervous and you got those butterfly feelings in your stomach, embrace those. Those feelings are there for a reason, and it's not to be scared of. It's not to be nervous. Literally embrace that feeling, because there is something life-giving about that nervous feeling, those butterflies in your stomach. So embrace the nervousness, students. I am excited for this. I am proud of our high school for doing this, and I can't wait. And I want you to join me tonight. Let's see what else they say here. 60 to 90 minutes have been allotted for the entire process, not including the arrival and setup. The students and facility teachers' intention is threefold: serve our students in a civic understanding, interact with and serve our community in other positive ways above and beyond what we already do, and 3, in hosting, be welcoming and hospitable to community members in all aspects of our interaction with them. I think this is a great thing for the city. I think this could possibly be a better forum than the Chamber of Commerce. And so I'm excited for this forum. If any part of the process has caused consternation, I don't even know that word. For any participants, I do set my apologies forth and invite any comments and feedback to come directly to me. Thank you so much for your willingness to come together and foster this experience. I am looking forward to having all of you together with an amazing group of students tomorrow evening. So this is open to the public. This is encouraged to the voting public of Woodland Park to attend. And I encourage you that if you want to send a message to your young people, if you want to send a message to the students at the Woodland Park High School that this community is behind the school district, it's behind the education of our students, and it encourages these interactions with high schoolers and candidates. Please support your local high school. Show up tonight, 6:30 at the Dixon Auditorium at the Woodland Park High School for the candidate forum. My name's Michael. They call me the Underground. I'm running for city council for a number of reasons. And if you want to find out more about that, I encourage you to show up tonight. This will be the first of at least 2 forums that's happening. This one is being hosted by the high school. I believe the next one is March 11th and is at the city hall at the city council chambers, but it's hosted by the chamber, the Greater Woodland Park Chamber. So I invite you to show up. You don't have to, but it's going to be fun. It will be fun. Political debates. They actually called this one a debate, and so I'm down for a little debating. So I hope they bring some gotcha questions. I hope they bring some real questions to our candidates. I hope that they go after some of what I don't mean go after, but I hope they don't play softball. I hope we play some hardball tonight at this candidate forum, me included. So I'm down for it. It's going to be fun. Join me tonight at the high school candidate forum hosted by the high school civics class, 6:30 sharp. Be on time. That takes 0 talent. Chances are I'll be late. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for joining. Vote Michael, the Underground, Dalton for city council.